Wikipedia, by the way.
In May 2005, Smith was detained at the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport for carrying dried urine and a mysterious device that was later identified as
Just add water. Just add water.
a Wizinator. And they have it.
Does it come in like a tea bag and you have to like dip it? Or?
That's what
you have to teabag it too, yeah.
A mysterious device, and it's a kit used to beat drug tests.
We're totally recording too, by the way, right?
Have to be, yes.
Had to do that, that's for sure. Once tea bags are said out loud.
That's the safe word.
We're live. It is the open bar. I don't know. I wasn't sure where y'all were going to go with that, so I figured I'd just step in before something happened or someone started listening that we didn't want to be listening. Yeah, it's us. It's the open bar. It's Tuesday. It's 9:30 Eastern ish. Heavy on the ish. Look, we're gonna get out of here so quickly. You can just jump in, jump out. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, we got to get out of here for Hurley. Okay, he's got things to do tomorrow. He's gonna get into what he has to do later, whether it's made up or real. We're gonna talk about it. That's what we're deep diving in on tonight. What Hurley's doing exactly on May the 20th. No one knows. I don't know. We got people tonight, man. We're so excited. We're titillated of sorts. And J Mike, my man, my friend, my dude, what's good with you tonight?
What's good, little bro? I am happy to be here. Second to last open bar of May, and maybe the last open bar prior to the birth of the newest gearing edition. So excited to be able to get this in. This could be pretty historic for those checking us out live.
You guys are gearing up, aren't you?
They are 100% gearing up. Let me zoom in, Gabe. I'm sorry. There's a missed opportunity. Get back out of the way. Do your Vanna White again for everyone who's live.
We're buying right now.
Obviously, you see the sign in the back there. Don't wake the bear. Got the boppy on deck.
I don't even know what that is. I don't think
that's a hemorrhoid pillow.
I think that's the pillow. I think it just was using stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're ready, and I'm ready, and I know Steph's been ready.
Stay ready. Ain't gotta get ready.
Gotta get ready. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be with you. And if this is the last one that you have for a little bit, then let's make it a great one.
All right. Fine. Whatever you say. Well, hold on. Can you not gloss over the fact of someone said something here in this? There's this weird thing here on StreamYard to the right where people are just like saying things, and whether that's you making accounts and saying all of these names, it's weird because I recognize a lot of these names. So I don't know why you'd use other people's names. But what did James said it somewhere? Maybe Casey. Where was it? Where is it? He said, "What?
What was it?
It was the sheet thing. I just want to talk about the sheet. There it is, James. Yeah, he said it right here. The sheet is off.
Off.
Yeah, and you just completely disregarded that entirely for live on the pod. And to give you a little inside knowledge, he didn't say a word about it pre-show. He didn't say one thing. You know what? And David didn't say anything either. He was here last week, and he saw my background. It was green or yellow, but I say green. And for y'all to not say anything at all, pre-show, in the pre-show notes, the things that we had written out in the show sheet. Thank you, Joseph, for creating that for us. How could you not say a damn word, J Mike? Why?
So a little behind the scenes for everyone. Obviously, Gabe and I, we're not just podcast co-hosts. We're also friends. Some might even call us brothers, particularly because of our striking resemblance. But besides all that, one of the things that's incredibly important to me about Gabe is the fact that I'm able to do life with Gabe outside of our fantasy football interests. Now, Gabe, what you failed to mention to everyone is that when you recorded the video where you basically wrapped all the bars that everyone gave you at the baby shower, you did it from where, Gabe? From where?
I did it from over here.
Okay, so the room that you're in, that you recorded and posted to social media, that I actually watched, liked, supported, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
This is not news to me. This is not new to me.
Okay.
We've done this. You've showed me this. We've been past this. We've crossed this bridge. We've gotten to the mountain that wasn't high enough. We've gotten to the valley that wasn't low enough. We got to the river that wasn't wide enough, and it couldn't keep me from recognizing the work that you've done in the baby's room.
Okay. Wow. That was an attack.
You owe me an apology.
All right, fine. Well, I'll think about what I want to say throughout the rest of the podcast, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. All right. Well, enough of you. Let's introduce the people that actually matter for the show. A couple of vets. All right. A newcomer to the open bar. We always like to bring those in, spice it up a little bit. But let's start with the vets, because that's what we do for respect. And respect for the teats, most importantly. All right. You know where we're going with this. It is none other than J.P. Hurley. Welcome to the show, my friend.
I feel like I need one of those. You guys are probably not old enough to remember TRL on MTV, like Total Request.
TRL. Oh yeah.
Okay. So I feel like we need some of those, all the people in the background screaming, going berserk while you introduce people.
That's what I had on my canary yellow sheet, but J Mike made me take it down. So
J Mike again. Yeah. I think the apology is even now.
I believe that you'll be hearing from my lawyer regarding this slander. That's okay. Another time.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
Hey, well, let's talk real quick about the Dynasty Trade Calculator, because J Mike just freely pumps it every single show. He's like, okay, so look, I've got this trade and I put it into the Dynasty Trade Calculator. Shout out to the Dynasty Trade Calculator. JP and Izzy, I love those guys. Great guys. Love them. Go follow them on Twitter. He says all that crap, whatever. And then he enters in his players, his teams. So tell me about the Dynasty Trade Calculator.
So it's this thing that you get to use. It's made by Texas Instruments, and you can press the cosign button, and it'll tell you whether or not you should make a trade. And it is the Bible.
Yep. If you cosign to it, I get it. I got it. I get the science. If you cosign to it.
That's great. By the way, I one thing I want to add to it. Do you guys ever see those viral videos where it's calculating E equals MC squared divided by pi times 7? And it's always a video. Usually it's Call of Duty, and they're trying to calculate whether it's how high to shoot a sniper shot to kill somebody. I want to have that soundbite when you click the calculate button, kind of go off.
Yes.
3.14 divided by 7, calculating. You should definitely not trade Camara.
Yep.
Oh.
Whatever you do, no.
Oh.
Keep Jordan Howard.
Keep Jordan Howard on the bench.
What? Gotta redo this.
You do have a lot of good little tidbits within the calculator, though, that I've seen here and there, either in past or present, and posts on Twitter of people that have found things. I like that. I like the little fun, puzzles that you have on there. So good stuff, man.
We call them Easter eggs. We like to throw those things in there to keep you on your toes.
Yeah. Stay woke.
That's right. Stay woke. By the way, I like your crib.
Crib so big.
Crib so big. Got a shelf for the diaper, though. All right, Robbie, another vet to the show. What's good, my man? How do you feel about T. Higgins on my team?
Not good at all. And we went back and forth for what seemed like weeks. Didn't the end of that draft seem to take, I don't know, a couple months? Yep. All the good players went, and then we were down to T. Higgins and Keyshawn Vaughn, and overbid on them both. So, congrats on winning that overpriced rookie. But I'm a little bitter.
Did you you ended up with Keyshawn Vaughn
Yeah,
for like $400-500 or something?
yeah, just
Yeah,
just a
that's fun.
smidge high. You know,
Nice.
what do they
For
say?
those,
Get your guy. Get
yeah,
your guy.
for those who don't
That's
know
what they
what
say.
we're talking about, because it turns out people watch the show that aren't in the bar tab league. It's an auction type of gig, a rollover auction. So you keep that money. You get new money every year, and I won T. Higgins up against Robbie. He fell asleep at the wheel, and here I am, just number one wide receiver in Cincinnati.
I'm
What you
blaming
know
on
about that?
wedding planning just got me up all night.
Yeah. All I'm
Is his
saying
middle
is
name
love
Bag, by the way?
T. Not gonna say it out loud. Higgins.
Consign, calculate.
Cosine. Calculate.
I'm gonna go and change his name in the calculator.
You could just
T.
put,
Lipton Higgins. All right.
put the Lipton right there. Throw the Lipton bag there. They'll get it. They'll totally get it. All right. Let's go clockwise order here. Newcomer to the show, Joseph. And by the way, I didn't ask you pre-show if that's what you'd like me to call you. Some people like the Joe, the Seth. I've never heard that one before, but if that's your vibe, you let me know. First of all, welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to chop shop with you. I do prefer Joseph. Everyone calls me Joe, so it really doesn't matter. No one listens to what I prefer anyway, but doing good. Excited to be on.
That's a great caption for, the Twitter profile. No one likes what I say anyway.
It just feels like a cry for
no one
help.
likes what I prefer anyway.
That was a cry for help. He said, "This is what I prefer. This is what people call me, and nobody cares." I had to get that off my chest just so people know what's up. But you probably don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We care for you here, Joseph.
Oh, I
Joseph.
appreciate you guys.
No.
These
There
are
you
the
go.
facts. Yeah, no, I like the full name vibes. J Mike got me onto that, making me change my profile. J Mike just makes me do everything. I take down the sheet. I changed my name to the full Gabriel Gearing because no one knows who I am. I'm not G squared. No one knows who that is by that moniker. I had to, I got people in my DMs like literally calling me Gabriel. Like for the first time when they reach out to me for the first time, they're like, "Hello, Gabriel. Would you make us a podcast intro?" And first of all, I appreciate you for, reaching out to me and asking me. But second of all, you sound like my mother because that's the only person who does that. Period. So, J Mike.
As the American philosopher Janet Jackson once sang in the 90s, that's the way love goes. Sometimes you just have to do things that you didn't think that you were gonna do, but hey, here we are.
Okay.
Having a baby, you're growing up now.
Yeah.
You're growing up now.
Son, you can call me Gabriel.
Did Janet have a wardrobe malfunction while she was singing that song? She exposed the teat on national television.
Heyo.
That's the way teats go. That's the way teats go.
The open bar, man.
Super Bowl shows forever.
Full areola, always. Full
Oh, God.
areola. All right, next guest. Back-to-back guest. I already told J Mike that we need to have a long discussion about how this actually happened, how it's possible for it to even happen. Look, David, the only people that have I don't have a show sheet of the past, but the only people that I know for sure who have been on this show back to back are J Mike and myself. And now you are coming back to this show having just been here last week, man. So tell me how you were able to do that.
I think it was probably just maybe a bit of laziness on J-Mac's part, just not erasing me from this week's list after the mishap last week. But I'll take it for what it is. So And I got no excuse for not seeing the sheet. Yeah, I was here last week. I should have noticed that. So
I'm totally with that. J Mike being lazy and calling him out.
I thought I explained that one already, but here we are. No, David, no, you did crush it last week. Let's be honest. You crushed it last week. This week it's better for you to crush it and we see your face. So that's nice. Right? Yeah, we just got our weeks mixed up. He said, "Hey, is it tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course it is. Let's do this. Are you ready?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And that was a week ago, and it was the wrong week. But the way that everything worked out with people, getting sick and randomness happening in life, it worked out great. And he decided to run it back for round 2 this week. So I'm happy he's back. One of the few people to go back on this podcast.
I know.
In the chat, Zach Reed was one. He was one that kind of stayed in the bathtub for a week at the open bar. Came back the next week. But you're one of, I think, maybe 3 people who have done this, David. So this is pretty historic.
Oh man, it's an honor, and after the first time on, getting to come back, I mean, it's like being rookie of the year, and I hope I don't have that sophomore slump.
Ooh. Well, sure. Let's talk about that, because I've been seeing it on the Twitter as of late that Christian McCaffrey won running back number 1 of the 2019 season cannot do it again in the 2020 season. Hasn't happened for a while. When is the last time that happened? Like LaDainian Tomlinson days? Is that how long it's been? Or like Marshall Faulk?
Yeah, Priest Holmes, probably.
Priest Holmes, yeah.
Okay, so it's been a minute. So is it possible, guys, or does it even matter if it's possible? Because I feel like when we take a running back, the running back 1, I don't think you're necessarily like doing much of a hot take at all. I'm pretty sure you feel pretty safe with that running back being like within a range of top 5 or so. So I don't think there's much argument as like who's the RB1 and not like who is going to be the running back 1. But for the sake of, talking on a podcast for 2 hours, can Christian McCaffrey do it back to back? Can he pull the David, the Wilsonator?
I don't think the addition of Teddy Bridgewater is going to hurt his chances. I mean, Teddy's not going to sling the ball downfield all day or anything like that. So, but do I think he's going to repeat? Well, I mean, I guess I was about to say, do I think he's going to repeat those kind of target numbers? But he kind of did it 2 years in a row. So, I mean, if anybody's got a chance to do it, especially in PPR, I think he's got as good a chance as any we've seen lately. So,
I think it has a lot to do with the ability to run the ball a lot and catch the ball a lot. Yeah. It helps quite a bit. It seems that there are a few of those in the league. So that's certainly attractive. Real hot, real spicy.
Alex Arma 2020. That's all I gotta say. He's coming for him. Gonna eat into those touches.
I really can't believe how disrespectful you are to Reggie Bonifant, but that's another story, I guess.
Okay, so let's argue about the RB2 in Carolina.
Curtis Samuel,
a fullback, but I'm not 100% sure.
But
Curtis Samuel, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And I'm curious, guys, because as much as we enjoy what McCaffrey's done for us, and probably will continue to do as awesome as he is, one of the things that we find year in and year out that tends to be incredibly helpful for people is when their situation either increases greatly, 1, or 2, when it becomes a case where things change abruptly. Usually that's a cause for concern. So we've got a college coach coming in, and of late we recognize the college coaches haven't exactly, prospered in the NFL. But we've got this all-world talent in Christian McCaffrey. And so all these guys, so between McCaffrey, Chubb, Zeke Elliott, Saquon, all these guys at the top, and even Dalvin to some degree because they're switching up the offense, all these guys at the top are getting new offenses, new coaches, and things are changing around them. So I really feel like we could be up for some sort of random upheaval. Not that people are going to be falling like way out of top 5, top 10 territory or whatnot, but I feel like we're in for some crazy stuff this season. Obviously, with 2020 being as it is, I wouldn't feel great about CMC repeating at all.
I don't know.
Well-
I mean, if you look at Joe Brady's going to be the offensive coordinator there now. He pretty much engineered the entire LSU offense last year, and we saw Clyde Edwards-Helaire catch 55 passes or something like that out of the backfield in one of the most prolific college offenses we've ever seen. So I think David mentioned it. We're not going to see Carolina ahead a lot. They're not going to be chucking it downfield with Teddy's arm. So I think what we're going to see is a lot of playing from behind, check downs to McCaffrey like we've seen in the past few years. And I don't think it's a hot take to expect regression from the number one overall back in PPR. I don't think it's a stretch to say he's going to maybe finish outside the top 2 or 3, but I think he's a strong contender for the top spot with a top 5 finish pretty much on lock, my opinion.
I'd like to say that I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a great year.
Okay, that's a bit hot there. All
Going
right.
on a limb for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you want to squat on that potty, huh?
I'm going to squat on that potty. I think he's a good running back.
He's amazing, and it's Christian McCaffrey forever. I'm just super dubious of all these changes going around in people, and maybe they'll be. And again, I'm not someone who's been doing Dynasty forever, and I don't have the research. A lot of you guys probably may have a better idea of this, but
I agree with that.
Is that one of your burners there, J Mike, or is that from the so-called chat? What is that?
No, that not the so-called. This definitely confirms it was a chat with multiple people not named me with accounts that are making things up, because I would not say such crude things about you in public, only for after bar hours.
Now I'm kind of starting to think that was bait.
Man bun is hotter than my take. That could be taken differently, I guess.
Oh man. Yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
And I just want to throw this out there real quick. And one of the things, even if CMC doesn't finish up high, and I feel like it's kind of dumb to argue, at least for me, because he's so awesome. I guess I'm just curious how all of these new offenses and all of these new coaching staffs leverage these people. We've got all these guys at the top getting so much change around them. I'm just curious how it all shakes out, because at the end of the day, I don't know if any of the people who are behind them, the incumbents per se, are ready to take over top 5 in RBs. So could we see Nick Chubb be a top 5? Sure, but Kareem Hunt's there nipping at his heels. JT could come in, and he's got Marlon Mack nipping at his heels. Josh Jacobs can't get third down receptions to save his life, and they drafting people and signing people to take that away from him. Miles Sanders, obviously, and the list goes on and on as I look down ADP. So I'm really curious how it all shakes out this season. They're running back. This could be a weird year.
And that's without all the potential delays with COVID. I mean, I know a lot of the training facilities opened up today, but I mean, all these rookies land in spots where you kind of had somebody there a little bit, and that shakes all that up. And you touched on all the other changes that happened. And now it's, well, will they mesh as quickly? Will they get into the facility? Will they be working out, trusted by the coaches as quickly as we'd normally see it? So I don't know if it's a year to, especially with the class, could you fade 2020 rookies? Is that even allowed?
Yeah, everything but running backs.
Not allowed, apparently.
Don't do that ever. Yeah, that's interesting though, because we obviously don't know how to assess this, but you can certainly speculate and think that they're not going to be able to be involved as much, preemptively as they're used to being involved to start a season. And so now they kind of are what, 4, 5, 6 games like in time, maybe behind from everything. So it's scary stuff.
And I guess let me ask this: are there any of these guys? And right now, I'm looking at DLF ADP for May. Are there any of these guys that are in this like top 5 to 8 area? Golly, I don't know if you guys know the CEH is already a top 7 running back in ADP.
Good.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Overall,
Just
running
running
back.
Oh, running back.
He's sandwiched
gotta
between
be
Joe
close
Mixon
to
and
that.
What's
Is he in the first round?
drum roll, please. Overall ADP. CEH number 12.
Oh wow.
Hello. Wow, that's amazing.
Rookie's
Oh,
a hell of a
let's go through this. This will be fun. What do you guys think? Would you rather have Nick Chubb or CEH?
Chubb.
Chubb.
All the Chubb.
That was
Wubba.
quick.
Lubba.
Bubba Lubba. That's where we at. Josh Jacobs or CEH?
CEH.
This is fun.
What'd you say, Hurley?
CEH pretty easily.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody weigh in that wanted to?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm holding out on that one.
You riding?
Pass.
Just
Trade
you're
back
riding.
and give me a second next year.
Jacobs is your boy. Just say it.
Close.
If they would just throw Jacobs the ball, then Jacobs, but they won't. So CEH.
This will be fun. Miles Sanders or CEH?
Miles Sanders.
Hey, I knew we'd get at least one.
When is the Hyde thing happening?
We're talking about him to Seattle. I saw floating
Yeah, it's just
around.
not happening.
He has commitment issues. He's afraid to commit.
That's
Still
what,
a lot of options.
that's what being in Cleveland will do to you.
I bet. That's no
True.
fair.
True.
What did everybody
Okay.
else say to CEH or Miles?
Ooh, I mean that's tough. I think I might go CEH there.
I'll take CEH too.
Yes.
I'll take Sanders.
CEH over Sony Jacobs. That's good. Well done. Okay. I think that's as far down to go because I think everything else is pretty clear cut after that. I think you'd rather have him than Derrick Henry and Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones. The only other one that we even want to broach the topic of would be either Joe Mixon or CEH.
Mix.
Makes sense.
Mix
I
him.
thought that would be pretty. Yep. And last one, Dalvin Cook or CEH.
Cook.
Dalvin.
Okay. So yeah, he's nestled.
Is everybody on the CEH bandwagon ahead of Jonathan Taylor still? Is that still the fad?
No.
No.
Never. Has never been.
Okay.
JT 1.01.
Listen, these 6 drafts are saying different, Gabe. I don't know what you're talking about.
What, on our website that we own? Which one? DTC or DLF?
Whichever one is leaving me titillated at the moment.
Yeah.
So CEH is running back 7 at the moment, and Jonathan Taylor is running back 9. So literally, they're just separated by Nick Chubb right now.
I mean, that's great, right?
Chubb and Chubb Jr.
A discount
Chubb
on
in
the
the middle.
101.
Yep.
And a Chubb in the middle. Hey.
Hey.
I find that's man. This is going to be such a fun season. It's going to make and break a lot of people. Any of those guys that you're completely out on right now in terms of we're going into 2020 season. If I can get out at any of these nice prices, top 12 running back, I'm good to go. Because all these guys are relatively young. We're looking at everybody in the top 12 is 24 years old and younger for the running backs.
Man.
I'm out on Zeke. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I Zeke. Cowboys hat. I apologize.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm buying Zeke right now either. I know about my team. I know.
I mean, Zeke for the price is probably why you're out. But I mean, I think he's pretty safe to be like at least a low end running back one. But where he's going, and I just can definitely see there being a little bit of a drop off there. So I'm definitely with you on that. But he's about as safe as it comes, I feel like, in terms of just getting volume. Obviously, with McCarthy coming in, it'll adjust a little bit. But yeah, I'm with you. I can definitely see him not being a good value right now.
Well, for the
I don't
record,
think they
I'm
hate
out.
Pollard.
Yeah, that's true. I'm out right now. Like everybody's getting arrested right now, and Zeke is next.
Fair.
I mean, he's
Dak's
probably
not
pouring
throwing-
beers right
Dak's
now.
not throwing him any more parties, so
Yeah.
he's got to go elsewhere.
Yeah, I think Dak's training with Shakira right now.
Hips don't lie. Hips don't lie. I can dig that. Okay. If I'm running back,
Dakira.
How many times did you guys watch the Shakira hip shakes during the Super Bowl halftime show? Like we rewinded that and watched it like at least a dozen times.
I couldn't though because of the blah, 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 the blah, blah, blah thing got me. I couldn't believe it was real. I had to go back and find it on YouTube.
Yep, you just forget about that part and you watch the next part.
Okay, but I couldn't.
Oh, it's so good. It went from so bad to so good.
I think that was the trap. Like that you had to get past the blah, 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 to get to the blah, 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 blah.
You'd switch it to the puppy halftime show after that, didn't you?
Puppy Bowl's a must. Yeah, there's not really much in the way of rewinding back to anything when you're watching the Super Bowl with your wife. So
You have to at least
Yeah.
again.
Puppy Bowl always for the win. Anything else with running backs that you all want to hit? Because I got a DM the other day talking about how we didn't show Jacobs enough love when we brought him up the other day. So I just want to make sure that we give any and everyone, any of these top 12 guys, the look that they deserve before we keep it moving. I don't want to upset anybody else who might be watching this live or in podcast version later.
Isn't it crazy that all 5 of those running? Is it all 5? Or no? I'm sure Akers is a little bit further, but I saw 4 that were in the top 2 rounds of yeah, and Akers is in the middle of the 3rd. So that's just so crazy to me. That's a lot of faith in pretty much 5 second-round running backs. Like, I don't know. I remember when Saquon and Zeke, like that they were creeping, basically where like CEH and Jonathan Taylor are now when they were drafted, but they were also top 10 running backs in the NFL draft. And I don't know, like, whoa, we really like these running backs.
They're all top 16 at the position right now. They're all top 16. Akers being 16.
Yeah, and then overall, though, they're all top 30.
What'd you say, David?
Can you read off the top 12?
Yeah, just RBs or overall?
The RBs.
Hey, J Mike,
Yep.
before you read it off, I got a quiz, pop quiz for you guys.
Yes.
Who is the oldest running back in the top 15? And I'm assuming we have similar top 15s. So we'll
Oldest.
everybody gets a guess.
Well, I'm looking at the ages, so I won't participate.
Let's see the comments too. Like I want the comments to guess. Who is the oldest running back in the top 15?
Zeke might be getting up there. Zeke
Is
might be.
It's still
Is
pretty young.
Is it Derrick Henry?
Who said that?
Ooh.
This guy.
You son of a bitch.
Is it Henry?
Derrick Henry, 26. He's the oldest running back in the top 15.
Youth
I mean,
movement.
yeah, I don't know. I would have.
That means sell, right?
Probably, right? He's a big guy. Let's sell him. Like I think the age cliff for running backs is now 22.
Yep.
Yeah.
You only account for the fact he carried the ball 40 times a game in high school.
You talk about
Might have
treading out on the tire, yeah.
We need to analyze high school carries from now on.
Just his, probably. Just his.
So top 12, and you know what? I'm gonna do this the right way.
Okay,
Going
J
to
Mike, tell me
our
more.
our other website that we own,
Yeah.
majority owners of DTC.
Yes.
There you go.
Stop guessing, start calculating.
Mhm.
Let me-
You don't
pulling it up
calc, you late.
Hey, Hey, let's go.
You don't calculate. Right, Gabe?
Yeah.
Let's go.
If you don't calc,
You late.
you late.
I'm done with y'all. If you don't calculate. Top 15 according to Dynasty Trade Calculator rankings. Here we go. Christian McCaffrey, numero uno. Right behind him, Saquon. Zeke at 3. Dalvin Cook at 4. Kamara at 5. Chubb at 6. Joe Mixon at 7. Jacobs at 8. Jonathan Taylor and CEH in that order. Gabe, you're welcome. At 9 and 10. And then Miles Sanders and Derrick Henry at 12.
Those are our running back ones for the 2020 season and beyond.
Sure. So if you're one of those people, and I know Ryan McDowell brings this up, and I'm sure others have as well, he's just the name that I can actually attribute this to, because usually I forget where I hear things from. But I remember this. He's usually talking about buying back years typically. So having an older asset, trying to buy back the years. And if one of you all have said that previously, I apologize for not attributing it to you. But again, this is where I heard it from. What do I have to give up if we're looking at ADP, we're looking at these things, and we take a guy like, I don't know, someone from the old guard, 25-year-old Leonard Fournette, and what do I have to give you to get to someone, and I won't even go all the way up to CEH and JT. Let's say if I want to get up to J.K. Dobbins, what do I have to give you with Fournette to get to Dobbins?
With Fournette to get to Dobbins. It's hilarious.
You know right?
It's so hilarious.
So flipped.
What do I have to give you? What do I have to give you to get there?
A negative second-round pick.
Yeah, that is realistically probably what you got to do, though. A second, maybe more. It's probably gonna be like a low second if you're in this year's class or something.
Think about that. You just spent if you're in a super flex league, you just spent 106 to get Dobbins, 105, 106 to get Dobbins. And I'm offering you Leonard Fournette, who was RB, top 5 RB last year. And I've got to add to Fournette to get to Dobbins, who's not taking one snap.
Once they're on the roster, there's a premium bump as well.
Right.
If it's pre-pick, you maybe something, but once they get on the roster,
what would you all take? What would you all take for that to happen? What do I have to give you on top of Fournette? Can I give you Fournette and Slayton for Dobbins? Is that enough? Right?
I'll let everybody else. I'll let everybody else answer, and then I'll give you the right answer. So I'll wait.
Hercules.
Hercules.
I'd probably take a second. I just love Dobbins' situation. I think he landed in the perfect spot for him, and just Fournette's we've probably seen the ceiling for him at this point, and it's going to go downhill from here. So, but he's still got a few good years. But I would need probably at least a second-round pick.
So
yeah, I actually like that a lot there, J. Mike.
What's that?
Sorry to interrupt you, but you miss out on sell windows like pretty easily with running backs, but it's not necessarily that bad. It's just kind of like a rinse and repeat. Like you've got the if you have the next one in line, yeah, it's not that bad because he's probably still going to produce, but we're all desiring that next top 5 running back or whatever the case may be. Yeah, Devontae Freeman happens too. Sure. We were talking about is that before the show? We were talking about the Dolphins and Jordan Howard. I feel like Freeman would go to the Dolphins. That'd be a place for him.
It would be a place.
It'd be a place that he could play football and he would accept.
Add that to the list it takes. Run it across the screen.
It is. Devontae Freeman, that would be a place.
That would be
any other thoughts? So it would have to be. So for you, David, you just drafted Dobbins. I come to you with Fournette, and let's just say, for the sake of it, it's 21 second, but my team's not great. My team's not great. I'm just trying to be able to actually get someone who can help me in the future. I'm bringing you Fournette and what is likely to be the 205 next year. You're okay with taking that?
Yeah, I mean, I took Dobbins 103 in our league, so I'm pretty dang high on him. But that's a good place to start negotiating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Dobbins there. I hate to be one of those people that talks about value, but if I can't trade someone and they sit on my roster, he'll score points this year. But I have no faith in being able to move him at all anywhere past this year. I mean, the Jags can't even get anything for him. So, I mean, if he's on another team next year, what's his role going to be? Is he going to see just 2-down work? Because all of his points this past year came on his 100 targets. And I don't even think he's that good of a pass catcher. So, I don't know. I mean, he's going to put up points again. He always does while he's healthy. But I'm worried about like a Gurley situation where the value just falls out and you're stuck.
Yeah, and it's for all those guys in that range, right? So Aaron Jones is on the doorstep of this.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's on the doorstep of this. Melvin Gordon's already going through it. Todd Gurley's already going through it. And these are the guys that are behind that the rookie 16 that we just talked about, the top 16 with the rookies and whatnot. I find that so fascinating. I find it so fascinating. Robbie, did you already answer before Hurley comes in with the correct answer, he said?
No, I don't even remember the question. I had another question. Let's just let Hurley say the right answer.
That is actually the right answer.
That is the right answer. We got Hurley.
The right answer is, what are you doing selling Fournette in the offseason? You motherfuckers. What the?
Where did we get that?
That is great.
We're recorded on a 15-second delay, right?
That's what popped up when he
So that beep just came in.
You don't sell Fournette during and after rookie drafts, like when Dobbins' value is skyrocketed. Like you sell him when the season begins and Fournette's getting 20 targets in a game. And then in Dobbins is not going to get like not going to see the light of day right away. Still got Ingram on the team. After people get disappointed with Dobbins and Fournette's blowing up, then you trade them. And you'll get something with Dobbins for Fournette. Hey,
So flips on the right side.
That's right.
When the Jaguars are trying to trade away their starting running back, I shouldn't be trying to trade away my starting running back. That's what you're saying?
I think it's probably there's a good chance that he will be traded, but anybody who acquires him will be using him.
Yeah.
I don't love your tone right now, Gabe. Doesn't sound too optimistic. It doesn't feel very
what
good.
the
Wow. Hey, can you come on and just like throw those in every once?
I will.
Just randomly, kind of.
I will do that. I will do that for you.
They don't even have to be at the F word. Could just be like Fournette or something. Right. Yeah. Perfect.
It's delayed.
Yeah, Todd Gurley is running back 20. So is it that are we like wrong? Because I mean, the Devontae Freeman thing is the scary part, where it's like they don't have a job and now they're just like Jordan Howard is like as valuable as Devontae Freeman because Devontae Freeman is kind of the starter, which is just so weird, just so weird. But like, are we wrong about valuing these rookie running backs so highly, or are we doing it right? Like I understand the idea of like this window closing and the peak being at age 22 or 23 or whatever, but just kind of alluding back to what Tyler was saying, like you get stuck because people are just so fixated on this ADP or the rankings, and that everyone hates Gurley now and everyone hates Fournette, and it is the off season, it's rookie season, but like, is it realistic that these guys are going to be Devontae Freeman, next year? Is that realistic, or can we still get like equal production than that of CEH or Jonathan Taylor over the next 2 or 3 years, because that's really what we want, right? We just want production for 2 or 3 years.
I love how Freeman is a verb now, by the way. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a pun in there, but it's not the one you want. You'd rather him be rostered.
Well, exactly what you're saying, Gabe, is why you look down this list and you see Chris Carson at running back 27. His contract runs up next year, and I think that's just scaring a ton of people, because this is a guy that was a running back 1 last year. Looks in line, especially with Penny being out, to just get all the carries again. DJ Dallas will be there, but it's just we're talking about the same thing, right? It's all these guys that are kind of on that cusp of last year, the contract. And I think Hurley said it best, is that we're in the time of rookie draft and youth movement right now, where that's even more, flipped on its head. Whereas you get to week 1 and the actual starter gets the workload. I mean, we're talking in DHH chat, someone couldn't sell Travis Kelce this offseason. They said they've been trying, but people have been telling him, he's a little bit older, this. You wait till week 1 where Travis Kelce goes off for 90 yards and a touchdown, and you're going to be getting offers through the roof. So I think it's exactly what Hurley was saying. It's just the time that we're in, and not saying that some of these guys won't be out of a job, because, again, there's another good running back class coming right around the corner as well. But we're just in a tough time for some of these older guys.
Older guys at age 25.
Right.
It gets younger every year.
The days of seeing Emmitt Smith type backs are over.
I've got one for you here in a minute, Gabe. After we pivot in a second, Renshaw, what up, Renshaw? He said, couldn't Carson be down there basically because he's hurt literally every year, which is basically the Seahawk. It feels like the Seahawks backfield should be a Shakespeare tragedy. Basically, life after Marshawn. It's just like utter sadness. We get a guy, we're excited. Thomas Rawls, you're so fantastic. Breaks a leg.
Rawls.
Right? Yeah. Christian Michael. Hey, he shows up. Look at him. He's so massive and he's beautiful. And look at his biceps. And he's not very good.
Oh, look at that stretcher.
Exactly. Over and over. Over and over. Anyway. I'm just saying. Oh, that's so sad. Anywho, Gabe, I have
68. Devontae Freeman is running back 68.
Hey, that's the same as his age.
Yeah.
Best, apparently.
J Mike, Benny Snell or Devontae Freeman?
Oh my God, this is bad.
I can't choose between
J Mike. Do it.
And not choose between my sons.
Now.
I will not.
Between my sons. All right. 7th round pick, Eno Benjamin, or first round all over overall. Oh my goodness. Wow. What? Why is that so? That's so disrespectful.
It's gross. This is where we are right now. Gabe, I want you to hear something else though. This is definitely one of your boys. And I'd even say he's been somewhat the guy that we've adopted here on the podcast. And to give a little bit of backstory, Robbie and I, Commissioner Robbie, I should say, in this instance, in our Kamikaze League, world famous Kamikaze 14-man league. Shout out to all the compadres out there. We're in the midst. We just started our rookie draft, and friend of the pod, Trey Barrett, formerly of the Fantasy Joes. Shout out to the Joes. Trey Barrett has all the monies in the world right now and basically just running the draft, very similar to Doug Eddy in the Bar Tab draft, Gabe, as you know, but except it's like what Doug did, but multiplied by a lot. Anywho, right now, what Trey's doing is just it's rough. He's controlling the board. Fun. It's gotten to the point where like people don't even want to bid up prices because they just recognize he's going to come back with it later. So like people are just going through right now. We've had probably 8 auctions won and we're 24 hours in, which is just, it's unheard of. Like that doesn't happen. And as we talk about all the time, we want people to be on the board, because when people are on the board, we know that prices will go up, but people just aren't bidding because they don't even want to deal with the nonsense. Anyway, it's bad. But right now, I have Mike Evans on my team, and I floated him out there to people, and nobody wants Mike Evans. People don't want Mike Evans, Gabe. And as we talk about all the time, what does Mike Evans have to do? Right? On DLF, he's ADP wide receiver 8 right now. And I'm getting DMs from people in multiple leagues like, I'm not sure I'm buying in on Evans, things of that nature. And I'm just like, listen,
300 bankroll dollars for Mike Evans live on bar tab.
What do I have? I don't think I have him in bar tab. Or are you saying that's what he was traded for?
Kamikaze.
And look, $300 is going to be the equivalent of like the 108 probably 109.
How much? 300.
Yeah, who's that? Is Swift? Swift's at 350 in there right now.
Yeah, so Swift is at $360 right now. Would you guys rather have DeAndre Swift or Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
Evans.
Fine, 361.
I'll take Swift, and then I'll sell him for Evans plus.
Yeah, it's entirely true there.
It's just wild right now because he's someone, and I don't know if it's the Tom Brady effect, and I want to get your all's thoughts because it just feels like even though ADP says he's wide receiver 8, and I've noticed this over the offseason, people aren't, and maybe it's just a product of the season and the time that we're in with this rookie class, but people aren't really about trying to pay up for these top wide receiver guys, like the premier, if you will. And again, Mike Evans being 26 years old, which is not old in receiver years, is it? Or did I miss something?
It is now. We've established that that's very old now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I think you say what we've all been seeing. Like, I think with quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, maybe a tight end like Mark Andrews or Kittle, the top assets in these leagues, especially if you're talking like bankroll where it's just straight up cash, they're hard to move because someone has to give up all of these dollars that they're looking forward to spending on these 2020 rookies. And so, I mean, across my leagues, it's been bare bones. Like when I've been seeing trades in previous seasons, left and right, this season it's just been hard to trade a lot of those big guys because they want to hang on to their cash for some of these big names. So I'm with you. I think that's a big sentiment this year.
Isn't Mike Evans kind of not overlooked, but just kind of underrated pretty much annually, it seems like? I don't know.
Yeah. And not even like with the ADP, it's like decent, it's
that's the thing.
but like it hasn't changed either. And he used to be argued as one of the number one pick in league.
He seems like the guy now that kind of, when you get to that range, it's like, oh, well, I just can't pass up Evans. I mean, like it's too good to just pass him, but I don't know. It seems kind of consistent over the last couple of years that's how he's been kind of viewed.
I'm just baffled by it at this point, and I need help understanding. I need help understanding how in this landscape that we're in do we navigate trying to trade these guys.
Well, the first step is asking for help, J. Mike. I want to say that. So you got that.
We have a website for you.
If only there was a calculator.
What is that?
I just spilled my drink. I'm like, golly.
Is this the part where we promo the calculator? Someone.
Do you need help with your trades?
If you
check
don't
out
calc,
dynastytradecalculator.com.
where if you don't calc, you late.
That's like the Borat joke. The tie is black. Not.
But Mike Evans and Chris Godwin is the 5th overall wide receiver, J. Mike.
Oh, Chris Godwin's still there.
And Chris Godwin is a free agent after this year. So they already extended, or was it an extension or a re-sign? I don't even know, of Mike Evans. But I was just looking at the contract. He's there for a bit. Yeah, through 2023. definitely, obviously not going anywhere this year. I guess next year there's a bit of an out, but no, they wouldn't do that. Maybe like 2022. But like I said, Godwin is a free agent next year. It's possible that Godwin walks. That would be silly to me, I guess. But I don't know. It depends if you like the Bucks too, I guess, or I don't know. Do you feel safer when a wide receiver is like staying on the same team, or are you worried that he might go to another team, like the OBJ idea? Like, I don't know that he's now
Who's
on the
the
Browns and not
who's
not
the
doing
quarterback going to
what
be?
he used to do. Yeah, exactly. That too. I mean, it's still going to be a pretty old guy for the next couple of years, at least for old Mike.
With his old balls, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and this was brought up here, as you all see on the screen. Mike Evans, receiving yards for the first 6 years of his career. Here we go. Starting from his rookie year forward. 1,051, 1,206, 1,321, 1,001, 1,524, and 1,157. Yes, that is the chronological order of his receiving yards each season from his rookie year till now. 48 touchdowns over 6 years, 8 touchdowns the last 2 years. They're not sticky. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But I'm truly asking, because I'm hoping that you all can help me understand. Obviously, he's a fantastic player. And you're like, well, you don't want to trade good players. Okay, sure, that's fine. But what happens if you do want to trade a player just because your roster might need something else? How do we navigate this landscape? I'm truly baffled that he's not a more desirable target, or even players like him, I should say.
Mike Evans is 128th overall in receiving yards. Overall.
6 years. What did we trade today, Mike?
Say what?
Off the top of your head, do you remember what our deal for him was in the Olympians League?
No, but you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot that I traded him to you, but I'll look it up. Give me a sec.
I can also take a look at the DLF trade finder, see recent deals on there.
Whoa. DLF Trade Finder. This is a dynasty trade calculator pod.
Oh no! Hey, let's do the DLF thing.
Oh, that's ours too. Never mind. Yeah, great. Yeah.
We own it all.
So,
We own it all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. I saw something about Julio the other day saying, like, how many years does it take for him to get to, because he has 12,000 some receiving yards, and how long does it take for him to get like top 5, which would be around 15,000 yards? And my point of this short Julio story is Mike Evans going to be kind of not the same type of receiver as Julio, because Julio's Julio. But I mean, Mike Evans been balling too since he came into the league. Will he be like the Julio type of equivalent in a couple years where it's like, shit, I guess I'll take Mike Evans because he's going to get me, a top 15, top 12 season. And he's even got like the touchdowns attached to it, which is not so much Julio. So it just seems like he would be that kind of dude.
So I'm pulling some of these up. And I personally have not seen Evans traded for anywhere near these hauls, but there's one Evans for Joe Mixon straight up. Evans, Devin Singletary, Gerald Everett for Mike Williams, 2 firsts and a second next year. Then there are some like weird ones. Mike Evans, Jack Doyle in the 310 for George Kittle. Mike Evans and a second for Terry McLaurin, Dallas Goedert. Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans for John Brown, Justin Jefferson, 3 firsts. Whew. Mike Evans for Chris Carson, Devontae Parker, and a second. So he's all over the place.
I love that. I love that trade finder tool. Wouldn't it be cool if you could see the like the values of those players within the trades? I wonder if somebody's going to come out with that in the next few days.
Oh, snap. Y'all had no idea we were breaking news on our DTC DLF podcast. Dang, we getting all the goods. See, everybody in the chat. This is why you come to the open bar live. You get the goods. You get the good stuff.
Izzy and Mosier aren't going to be happy that I said that, but hey, when in Rome, that's what Gabe says.
I've never stopped saying that since I was in Rome.
You did love it there. You legitimately loved it there. Renshaw asked. Renshaw asked, "What did I want for him?" And I'm pretty open to it. I'm truly asking these panel of great minds, like what that looks like. And I found our trade, David, from earlier in the offseason. It was Mike Evans for Robert Woods in a first.
I
love Robert.
Did that end up being?
I'm sorry, this is a 21 first. So my team needs it. Yeah, it's a 21 first. So
you read on that 21 first, like early, mid, late, assuming it's mid.
Well, Wilsey's interesting because Wilsey had a team and he didn't dominate the league, but didn't you end up winning it at the end because your roster was like on a heater this past season? Or was that Levi's team?
Yeah, that was Levi's team. No, I drafted Andrew Luck, and so my season went downhill real quick.
You should get a mulligan for that.
And I started, I believe, at one time, or at any given time, I started all three of the Jets quarterbacks. So yeah, it was rough last year for me. That's how I ended up with three of the top four picks. So he's gone.
He's had enough. That's enough. Yeah. You know what?
No.
That's enough for me too, guys. You can take over for the open bar.
They just both leave.
If you want your following to just nosedive.
No, it's got to turn up. Here we go.
Yeah, he is. So you, what are you talking about, David? This is your team with Andrew Luck that just
went
down the potty.
I went down quick. I had Sam Darnold, Andrew Luck, and Superflex, and so Luck retires before the season, so that put me in a hole right there. But yeah, I basically started Gardner Minshew all season, which was fine. But then I was sitting there going back and forth between whichever New York Jets quarterback was healthy. So that's always fun. But ended up getting some firsts this year and a couple firsts for next year, and yeah, I thought that was a pretty solid deal, for my team. And J Mike must have liked it because he offered it to me. But I would think probably a mid to late first with the makeup of my team. Now I think I'll be able to compete. I got Teddy pretty cheap right before he went to Carolina, so that worked out and kind of freed me up at the top of the first this year to not feel obligated to go quarterback. I could replenish the running back core that was pretty much down to Melvin Gordon and not a whole lot else. So nobody was buying Gordon for what I was, anything that I was willing to sell him for. So
you got stuck in the running back trap like we've been talking about.
Yeah, I guess that was another pick in the startup that kind of took the season downhill right off, drafted him before the holdout.
Yeah.
So
you really do have to be, for one, pay attention to contracts, and I guess two, age, because like Kamara is like right there with that to be in comparison to what Melvin Gordon is now, like just complete fall off. And yeah, love Kamara right now, but do y'all see similarities with that? Like what are guys that we can get rid of now so we don't get Freemaned?
I mean, Kamara, you kind of saw it last year with Kamara, but the nice thing was when he did get healthy, he was pretty, back to what we had seen the first couple of, years in the last few games last season. So I don't quite feel like that, I think I would feel more worried about Dalvin Cook just because he's going to get more of a workload, I believe, than Kamara will. Um, that would be somebody I love Cook, but if I was to look at the top of that list, I would feel the least safe about him in that top 5 range.
I did a Twitter poll earlier today. Want to take the temperature on some of these players that I think kind of fit this conversation when you talk about a little bit older, riskier running backs. Curious who people thought was going to have the best 2020 between Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, and David Johnson. And I think when you look at that list, I think you probably have a one or two that might just be the Devontae Freeman of 2020 So I don't know who you guys like out of that group or dislike. Who maybe flip that question: who loses all of their value by 2021?
I mean,
They're all so old.
DJ already did, basically.
Yeah. I would feel best about Gurley there pretty easily, personally.
It just
We
go ahead,
lost
JP.
everybody.
That's tough. I don't know which one I would pick. They're all so close. I would probably be torn between David Johnson and Todd Gurley
Of who falls off?
of who performs best.
Okay, gotcha.
I would
'Cause I
take
think
Gurley.
we've seen the fall
Yeah.
off at this point.
Well, sure, and I think we have seen them all kind of take that hit down, but I think they're all kind of hanging on. You know, if you're talking about just 2020, they're kind of all in that running back 2-ish range. And so if we're talking about a Devontae Freeman, he was a running back 2-ish this time last year, who just falls out. You know, we're talking running back. What was he, 68? Like,
Yeah.
they're all starting running backs right now. Who loses
have-
all value?
Did you have Devontae Freeman in that poll?
No.
Once I was a boy.
When I was a little boy.
Freeman's actually part of the reason I'm relatively down on CEH. Just going through, he was kind of the ceiling that I found. You know, it was him and I think Jay Ajayi kind of, as far as just like the type of producers and nothing else. And then, obviously CH is small. It just wasn't promising for me when I was looking at it. And, definitely could be wrong, but I just have that eerie feeling that we look up in a couple of years and it's kind of the same situation. And KC's looking for the next one to fit in.
Who had a better 2019 season, David Johnson or Devontae Freeman?
David Johnson, pretty easily. He was like a top 5 running back through the first few weeks, was he not?
And it's funny you say that, JP, because I'm pretty confident he was. And just like you're saying, what happens when Gurley and David Johnson are both RB1s this year? Is Twitter going to be okay? Like, will we make it?
They're not, J. Mike.
Why can't they be?
Because they're old.
Not both of them.
We've established this.
You can choose
Because you
one.
leave
I'll
and come
give you.
back
I'll
doesn't
give
mean you
you
can
one,
forget.
J. Mike. You can have one.
I can have one of the two, but not both of them.
You can have one, not
That's
both.
fair.
I don't know, dog.
Hmm.
JP, you look like you want to join me on this. Come on.
Well,
Be-
the right Twitter will break when that happens. And I would not be extremely surprised. It's just like they have the ability, they've shown it, but man, it's going to be chaos if that happens.
Bridge too far, just a tad out of reach.
Chaos, yeah.
That
If
bridge
I
is so
could
big.
be-
Restaurants and bars and stores are going to shut down. People are going to be asked to stay in their homes. It's going to be crazy. You would not imagine what it's going to be like.
Man, 2020, what a time to be alive. I'm telling you guys.
You buy toilet paper now.
Gabe, I just want you to recognize that your son's going to be born in the same year where everyone thought David Johnson died and Todd Gurley became a vegetable, and they were both RB1s.
And I got Devontae Freeman in the 18th, 19th round of a startup, and he outperformed both of those guys.
No
on
way.
the Miami Dolphins. I don't know where
So-
he's going. But look, Freeman had a better season than David
Yeah,
Johnson.
Freeman did by a decent amount too.
David
by
Johnson
a decent
died.
amount.
David Johnson died after his back was hurt. Come on now, yo.
It looked like
Freeman
his-
hasn't played since
looked
2000.
Just because he's on a team, he's not dead now. Like what? Like Duke Johnson will outperform David Johnson this year. Give me an open bar bet right now. I want Duke
Open
Johnson
bar
over
bet.
David Johnson. I want
Hey,
Are you
Duke.
being
Who
serious
wants
right
it?
now?
Yes, give me
Are you
Duke.
being serious?
Yes,
Could it
give me Duke
finally
Johnson
be
over
Duke's
David
year?
Johnson.
I'm in.
I'll take Carlos Hyde over Duke Johnson.
I will take Jonas Gray over all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe, I'm not even believing you.
What's
right now.
wrong with that?
What's in your cup? That's the real question. What are you sipping right now?
Well, let me break it down for you.
Ooh.
Lime, Diplomatico, which is an aged rum, very very good rum. Go out and get that if you haven't tried it yet.
Is
Don't
that
be
Portuguese for insane? Just curious.
look.
No? I don't know. I'm just asking. I took French in high school.
I mean, you said
2 years.
Twitter was great.
This is the Diplomatic open bar, Diplomatic open bar right now, and it is Duke Johnson season.
Said Twitter
Listen,
was
man,
great.
put it on there. Put it on there.
Go ahead.
Open bar bet. David Johnson v. Duke. David Johnson v. Duke Johnson. Battle
And
of the John.
yeah, exactly. And pause.
Never mind. That sounds.
Pause.
That sounds
What's the
Hold on. Battle
what's
of the
the
Johnsons. A bottle of Diplomatico.
Okay, I'm on the David wagon here. I'll take the bet.
All right, done.
Anybody else want in on this?
I can only afford one bottle of Diplomatico.
Those are what, $6-7 a bottle, right?
Shelf so big. Yeah.
Duke finished in
I'm
that
He's got a
high.
place for it.
I'm surprised we're so like why this is such a hot take though.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Duke Johnson's ability. They traded for Duke Johnson and still gave Carlos Hyde the ball alive.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It has nothing to do with Duke Johnson.
But Duke Johnson outscored Carlos Hyde.
Last season?
Yeah.
Really?
like,
I found that
yeah.
shocking.
Everybody opens up Google.
I know. But
Wait a
I mean-
tick.
I came here with a show sheet ready for this David Johnson, Duke Johnson.
Hold on, I'm going to do the
Who
fact.
did the show?
Joseph gave me the heads up, gave me the show sheet a little beforehand. I appreciate that, my man. So,
You called him Joseph and he helped you out.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
look, I got respect.
Okay. If it's a 5-point per reception, Duke Johnson outscored him. It has to be
5 points per reception.
Heard my cry
No.
for help.
A lot of those leagues.
I'm literally looking at a very standard league right now. I guess he outscored him. Okay, never mind. Hyde's outscored him by 0.2. Excuse me, in this very standard league that I'm looking at. I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a.
And then they traded their best player to get David Johnson and a second. Oh, no. Excuse me. They traded Hopkins to get David Johnson and a second.
What do you mean by that, though? Like,
I'm saying you're crazy. I'm not
Okay.
going to argue with you anymore.
but
Bill O'Brien knows what he's doing, is what he's saying.
yeah,
Know what
J.
he's
Mike
doing.
Bill O'Brien.
He's
Support.
doubling down on Bill O'Brien's moves.
Oh my goodness.
I'm all in. Come on,
Yeah.
Bob. Come on, Bob. Golly. Before we get ready to shut her down, what else? Do you guys have anything else you want to hit on tonight? Or chat? What do you all have for us? Anything else you want to say before we call it one this evening?
Yeah, you hype up this so-called chat, and I haven't seen one question, one topic from, in quotes, them tonight. Like, what is this? What is this?
Robbie tells me that I've got mail in Kamikaze, so I'm going to check that. You guys can talk about whatever you want, but
Oh, you got mail. Wait, hold up. No, there was something that I saw in the so-called chat. It was a trade offer from Skinman, because he was here in on the Periscope, calling you out, JP.
Yeah, he was on you, JP. He was on your heels.
Yeah. To squat on your potty, baby.
He offered me Christian McCaffrey for Darren Waller. And I declined.
It's a hard pass, bro.
This is a special league. Its tight ends get 77 points per reception.
Love those leagues.
And
Yeah,
guys
the tight end 77 premium.
The TE77s.
Teats E77 premium.
The T's are
7 negative points.
The funny thing is he obviously doesn't trust me. He revoked it in less than like 6 seconds, so I didn't have enough time to accept.
Way to go, Skin Man.
I like his trade talks. He like throws something out just to get someone's attention, and they just
Brings it.
you could have anything in your hand, and you were dropping it. Baby, cocktail, whatever. Like it is on the floor to go and accept that trade, and then all of a sudden revoke. But you got their attention to start talking to them.
Okay, this is fun.
Better franchise mode video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't.
Oh, it wasn't Waller. It was Moreau.
Oh damn! He's really trying to get your attention.
I still go Moreau.
And the TE77, come on.
Running backs actually get negative points per carry. So
Running backs over 300. Automatic out.
Shout out to Dave here, Spaceman to the moon. He's commissioning a league just like you are, not Bobby, sorry, Robbie, the real Obby. Okay, yeah, that's a dig at you, Bobby. He's the real Obby on here, and it starts with an R. Robbie. Okay, yeah, take that heat, Bobby Koch. Come on, who's the real Obby?
Shot.
Anyway,
He's gonna hear this and be so upset with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry to disrespect you like that, Robbie. But he's commissioned like you, and they have a live draft this Friday, I believe, and he's collecting a bunch of hype videos basically for all of the picks. And sounds like Zach made one, which I don't want to go up against that. That's for sure. Just I haven't seen it yet or heard it yet. I know what can come out of that. I've seen J Mike's, and I know I don't want to go up against that already, having seen it and knowing what I did. So can I plead? Can I plead the fifth?
You can. That's fine. But I've seen yours. Seen mine, haven't seen Zach's. I'm going to definitively say that since not seeing Zach so far, that yours is the best. You legitimately, I'm not even going to spoil it. In case there's any franchise mode people watching this, it's disgusting. What you did was fantastic, and I'm still jealous. I think I have something for us to ride out on, though. Skinman asks this. He poses this question. Mahomes and Ingram, I'm going to assume that's Mark, Ingram. Not to be confused with Melvin Ingram, IDP leagues. Mahomes and Ingram or Barkley and Brady, 14-team, quarter point per carry.
that's tough.
Mahomes, please.
Varies from Mahomes as well.
14-teamer, baby.
14-team Superflex, I'd want Mahomes. 12-team, I'd probably take Saquon.
It's like you're about to say, like, well, I want to win now. Okay, well, I take Mahomes, Ingram. Well, I want to win now, so I want to take Barkley and Brady. I mean, it's so like lateral. That's tough, man. Ugh. I'd probably. It's Mahomes for me.
Ingram or Brady as the second pieces.
I don't know, dog. I don't know. I keep looking at it.
I'm telling y'all, you have to be careful with these 0.25 points per carry. Like,
Yes.
the quarterbacks, even if it's super flex, I know it's 14 team, but we have our call in for the night. FF Hercules, he works for this thing called the Dynasty Trade Calculator. It's really cool. Y'all got to go and see this one, man. we're putting up right here on the screen. You got to come here to the Open Bar live. It's Patrick Mahomes, Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram's worth nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh, Hurley.
No, he's not. He's getting no love.
The Baltimore Ravens drafted J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, exactly.
Shucks.
I thought you were going to say Justice Hill.
The funniest part of that is when you get to 2021, though, it literally could look like Mahomes versus Brady and Barkley, and Ingram could be tossed to the side. Just saying.
Also, it could be Mahomes and Ingram against Barkley.
You're right. that could happen too.
I think you take the Saquon side and you sell Tom Brady in season.
Man, JP's always on it. Always on it.
We can't just answer things, right now. We have to look to the future, as the DTC website and podcast projects in every single one of their tweets and episodes of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't calc,
you late, bro. You late.
you late.
You got to put the 8 seconds in between.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Premature.
Gabe, right now is the time.
You're prematurely late.
Prematurely.
Yeah. So,
right.
but what can I ask about the points per carry thing real quick, guys? Can I get some trade advice?
Yes.
Fire away.
Advice. So they picture this. We've talked about Clyde Edward. What is it? Clyde Dash Edwards Hilaire? Is that the joke? Right?
Clyde
No?
Edwards Dash Hilaire.
I know. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. All right. So
yeah.
Never mind. CEH. No joke. Not funny. Sorry. All right. CEH is the acquired target here. He was literally just drafted at the 101 in a 0.5 points per carry league. 0.5 points per carry league. All right. So y'all were just threw up the 0.25 points per carry. I'm in a 0.5. Double that. Where Christian McCaffrey was basically God last season. So it was just completely unfair. So now I'm here at the 102. I would certainly just smash on Jonathan Taylor, and I think I will. But I was trying to acquire the 101 just to see what could happen, because I feel like now these running backs are very, very special in these top 5 picks or so. So is this enough to acquire CEH? Todd Gurley, a guy that we talked about on this podcast, and a early second round pick in this draft. It's like a 203, I think. And hold on, wait, guys. Okay, so again, we're offering 4 CEH here. It is Todd Gurley. It is a 203, and it is a 2021 first.
Any read on the 2021 first?
It's mine.
So we'll
Detective word complete.
And there is a caveat that if you don't make the playoffs, then your pick is thrown into a lottery. So could be the 101, could be the 106.
But you're about to walk into the season, if you got this trade, with CEH and JT in tow.
And Nick Chubb.
Oh, my gosh.
And Jerick McKinnon.
McKinnon.
RIP.
So, no. Did you see the footwork today, J. Mike? Come on, man.
RIP, Playboy.
Breida got traded. Okay. Mostert. Nope.
Thank you.
Mostert. Come on,
You
man.
Taps. Did you hear that Tap start playing? Taps was playing right there. You missed it.
Oh, that's not Tap.
That is something McKinnon can't do currently.
All right, J. Mike, you want an open bar bet right now? You want? I'll give you I'll give you the field, bro. What
I'm
you
not
want?
passionate enough about Chet. I'm not passionate enough about the artist formerly known as.
You've got the San Francisco. You've got the San Francisco running backs against my Jerick McKinnon. Go ahead.
2021, who finishes higher?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll take
2020. Yeah. All right.
That'll be 2 bottles of Diplomatico, aka in Portuguese.
Well, at least I'm.
Like
I'll take
21
you,
bucks
John.
now.
What's that?
He's up to like $21 now.
Gabe's a high roller. I don't know what to tell you.
So that's not enough for y'all. The Gurley, what did I say? Gurley, a 202 or 3 or something, and then a 2021 first.
It probably should be, but I want to hear what everyone else has to say.
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's not enough, but also like if you're trying to go this year like you are, like Gurley's gonna get some. He's gonna get some work, man.
So much volume.
As far as
So-
this year,
I mean, are you trying to go right now with Jonathan Taylor, Chubb, Gurley? I don't know.
That's the problem. That's the problem, man.
At the end next year.
That's the problem. Yeah, always trying to compete, right? But it's difficult to. I don't know that I'm telling y'all that 0.5 points per carry really like throws a wrench in things. It's so hard to just. I mean, there's guys that just throw up like 70-point games from the running back position, and it's just not fair. So
And then there's just guys that just throw up.
Which is exactly what Jerick McKinnon does.
Is it just the 0.5 per carry, or is there PPR as well?
there's PPR, yeah.
Bro, Todd Gurley could be OD in that league.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
yeah.
Yeah, especially for what we hope Atlanta's offense is this season, which we think it will be much improved from last year with all of the star-studded characters that they have. That should be fun.
Don't they have a first round pick on their like every position or something like that?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Now, whether they're good or not, you can make your you can say what you want about it. The
Well, they
James
might be good. Will they be healthy by week 5?
Hey, there we go. There we go.
They'll just bring back Devontae Freeman.
Yes. There you go.
That would be so filthy.
Anybody, somebody.
I need somebody help. Not just any Freeman help. Okay. All right, Gabe, I'm out of bullets.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Well, we want to respect JP, and this
No
is
question.
the part of the show where we decide what JP is doing tomorrow, and we start with JP. JP, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm getting up at 5 a.m.
Okay.
And somebody said in the chat that it's time for push-ups. So I do my push-ups, I do my workout in the morning really early. Because I just can't find time during the day to do it. So it has to happen in the morning, otherwise it doesn't happen. So I get up early, I do my workout, and then I begin working. So workout and work. Super exciting, right?
Yeah, man. Sounds
I spend
great.
3 hours on my hair.
Sounds great.
That's a must.
A little bit of makeup.
I was gonna mention that. What do you do? Do you do the what do you do? I know you don't do. I don't know the words for makeup. Mascara is definitely not one. The eyeliner, that's not one. You're definitely not looking like David Carr out here. That you have solid eyes. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think you need that stuff for your eyes to pop. What's the stuff? Foundation. That's it. Foundation. Do you? I bet you do a little bit of foundation. A little bit of foundation.
You got me beat on vernacular already for makeup. So
Yeah.
makeup vernacular, you are the champion. So I'm just gonna go with what you said. Foundation.
Okay.
And then I'll put a little lipstick on my eyes.
Yeah.
That really helps them pop out, makes
Yeah,
them look more voluptuous.
I was gonna say your eyes do the talking.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay. Hey, Mike, I think I'm running out of bullets myself here.
With the fake eyelashes on my lips.
I was gonna try and do a little bit of a makeup draft here, and you know what? Actually, let's do that. All right, cool. We'll round up the show with a makeup draft. Make sure that you also give your outro when it is your turn because we're doing them at the same time. So we are doing a makeup draft, but the caveat is that you have to, of course, you know, make an analogy. Oh, J Mike, come on, man! You have to make an analogy for the makeup piece that you chose to an NFL player. Can be current NFL. I mean, it has to be a current NFL player. What I meant is it can also be a rookie. That's fair. So makeup compared to a player, do a little creative bit, a twist on it, or it doesn't have to be at all. You can just be like, yo, lipstick, Christian McCaffrey, duh. That works. But we're going to go around the table here, around the horn, if you will. We are going to start with JP, since I kind of, you know, gave you 3 layups already as far as the vernacular. Now you have 3 to choose from, and quite a few players to choose from. So you're the 101 for our makeup draft. Make sure you pick a player and also do your outro.
The 101 for the makeup draft. I'm going to say it's foundation, and it's going to be Willie Snead because he needs it the most. He's probably the ugliest guy in the NFL. So I'm going a different direction. Like there's something wrong with that man.
Matt Schaub has words for you. Matt Schaub's got some words.
He looks really silly. So I'm taking Willie Snead 101 foundation. I'm out.
Wow.
You guys.
Wow. I've been looking at the rookie headshots lately, and not to, you know, throw my name under the bus, but Gabriel Davis headshot is just so atrocious. So Robbie, you can go ahead. I don't know. Maybe I'm at fault here, but Robbie, you go ahead with your 102 for makeup. Or JP, did you give yourself an outro? This pod was sponsored by the Dynasty Trade Calculator. We did kind of, you know, you kind of paid us to come onto this show tonight, so maybe you want to plug your website that we own.
$77 million. For all your Dynasty Trades needs, check dynastytradecalculator.com.
And you can have a bar like that. Is that a Mac 12 back there? What is that, Glenn Fittich? That purple one? That Glenn Fittich?
Wow, that's impressive. That is Glenn Fittich.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, he's like, I'm going to pour some. Yeah.
He's not going to bed. That whole 5 a.m. thing, no way. He just wanted to drink in solace.
I get up at 5 a.m. and I start taking shots.
And do push-ups.
Just a spritz. All right, Robbie. Your makeup, your player, your outro. Go.
You know, I said Matt Schaub earlier, and if Rogaine was a makeup, I think that is just the perfect pick. It is not, though, so we will go with Toner. And I think my comp is going to be the workout I do at 5 a.m. in the morning, the Melvin Gordon leg gauntlet workout to stay toned. The toner keeps the face good. Melvin Gordon leg workout keeps his legs oh so perfect, if we can remember the pictures. Next to Adrian Pearson, Joe Mixon. So Toner will be the 102 of the makeup draft.
He's got legs.
I like that. That's good. All right. Anything else to say about yourself, Robbie? Or does your what'd you say? Cup? I already forgot the makeup word
Toner?
that you chose. Toner. Does your toner speak for itself?
I mean, it speaks for itself. You guys can check me out on Twitter at NFL Robbie, writer, ranker for Dynasty Happy Hour. Shout out to all the guys in the chat that are watching. We got a lot of stuff going on over there, so hit us up at dynastyhappyhour.com. There it is, the fan base. Fan base of one.
fan base.
We see you, McGriff.
That's the crime dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Mr. ADP push-ups. 80 push-ups. Deltron himself.
Oh, I can't capture my screen. Ah, J Mike,
Oh,
just go look at Gabriel
Those were
Davis real
so
quick.
fun.
Okay, I'll look him up. I don't know what happened to Joseph, but he was about to go, and I guess he was not. He's deferring this pick to you, David.
Might go and sit him out.
There's been a trade down.
Shoot. I guess.
Oh, he gone. He had to go
We'll
look up makeup. All right.
I'll say, I guess, should cover up because, and we'll say Christian McCaffrey because he covered up for all the flaws of the quarterbacks last year.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah, follow me at Twitter, Wilsonator, and over at DLF. And just one thing really cool in my life, it's ECM Awareness Week here pretty soon, and it's an eye disease that's genetic and runs through my family, and they're doing an art contest for all the youth that are involved in this thing, and I got picked to be a judge for it. So that's pretty awesome for me, since I grew up with this and spent my entire life, drawing and painting and anything that I could, and I know how much of a big thing it was for me having an eye disease to have somebody tell me that something I drew or painted or anything like that was good. And so the fact that I got asked to be a judge for this contest was pretty special. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. It's a pretty cool thing. And yeah, so that's me.
Love that, man. Love that
No
a
doubt.
lot. Yeah, we should have what was at Spaceman's league, he was asking for a charity to support, and a part of those league winnings go to a charity of our choice for those breakdowns that we did. So sorry, what long way around to say that any of your fantasy leagues should really just have a donation of at least part of that league's winnings to go to charity. For sure.
Yeah,
always.
Absolutely. That's always a great thing to do, and something that we get to do that a lot of people don't get to do. So, might as well give back. So
100% with you there, David. Cool. All right. Well, shoot. What do I pick, J Mike? I don't know makeup either. Let me go with one of the ones. No one said mascara, right?
No.
Okay, good. Mascara. So mascara. Okay, mascara. It can't be. You don't want your mascara to be clumpy, right? No one wants your mascara to be clumpy, of course. So for your mascara to not be clumpy, you would want to, have a running back that's maybe not so clumpy on their feet. The blah blah blah, like that's the sound that they make, the clumpy mascara steps, right? Yeah, that's what you think when you think of AJ Dillon. Everyone's been hating him in these rookie drafts, all right? That he can't move side to side, that he can't move lash to lash because he's so clumpy. Okay, come on. Look, he puts that mascara on cleanly, bro. All right, he's fine. He's not going to make cuts like Le'Veon Bell, but also no one is. So he's just going to be mostly one-dimensional, but he's going to make the cuts that he needs to, and not be clumpy like that of some mascara that you don't want. Yeah, that worked, I think. Hey, Joseph's back. Hey.
Flipped his setup and everything.
Yeah, computer
Impressive.
crashed. I am trying to come back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has Tom Brady been taken?
No, what the 105 is yours, sir. Tell us about it.
Give me Tom Brady and lipstick because he kisses his children on the lips.
That's true. Yep.
Concise.
Straight
Made
to the point.
No way around it.
Not screwing around. All right, 106.
In the building. All right, J Mike. What do you got?
FF Lipstick. Joseph, you are now FF Lipstick from here on out. I'm just going to go. I don't know if you guys remember this look from females back in I think it might have been the 90s, where they did the liner around their lips, right?
Oh.
Like kind of like eyeliner, but it was like eyeliner over their lip to kind of make the lips pop some. And that's essentially what CEH is. CEH, obviously, the beautiful woman that already is Kansas City. It's Kansas City Chiefs. And what did they do this offseason? They said, hey, how can we make what's already wonderful and beautiful enough pop even more? It's the liner around the lips to make the lips pop, because we can get by with just being regular old, Chanel number 9, right?
Yeah,
but
number 9.
Yeah, sure. That's just a number I pulled from, my. Anyway, no, y'all don't need to know how I know that. But the fact of the matter is, CEH makes everything look better, makes everything pop with how amazing that he is. So basically, he made a really, really beautiful woman even more so. CEH doing his thing there, making it happen. So yeah, Chanel number 9, CEH.
So he gave
Chanel Edwards
DSL then.
What'd you say, David?
So he gave KC some DSL then.
You know what? That is not what I was going for.
Wow.
And on that note, to our guests.
That's what the liners for, huh?
Yeah. To our guests, thank you all for joining us. Joseph, absolutely fantastic meeting you. Excited to be able to chop it up with you more in the future. Obviously, David, Mr. Back-to-Back, Mr. Drake himself in the building. We appreciate you coming back better than ever this week with all the feels and with the fact that we can actually see you. So that's fantastic as well. My main man, Robbie, Jobby, Commissioner Jeffries, if you're nasty. I appreciate you, bro, and I'll be talking to you soon. Obviously, that's just what we do. To everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for kicking it with us. Y'all kept it lit tonight. Commissioner McGiff came through late with some. I'm not even going to say what he put in the chat about what CEH is. If you're not in the live show, no. Oh gosh, I'm on Twitter at JMikeCheck. The show's handle is at the Open Bar Pod, and you can obviously check us out anywhere podcasts are held, whether it be Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever you want to check us. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, get at us. We're around. To my main man, the host with the most, Bungie, Genius to MC, Mr. Gearing, if you nasty, and perhaps before we talk again next week, the Pops with the most pop. Father of one on Twitter at FFManBun. Mr. Clumpy Run, take us home.
FF Clumpy.
Clumpy runs.
Watch out, Stumpy. FF Clumpy coming through. Boy, howdy. J Mike, are you gonna change yours to FF Chanel?
Sure won't. That's one that will just be lost to time. It will be lost to time.
Come on.
Mm-mm.
That's not even Chanel Edwards Hilaire.
Nope.
Chanel EH.
He's the Clydesdale. He's the Clydesdale. I'm not gonna disrespect him with Chanel number 9. Nope, we're not gonna do it.
But you're not. You're making it pop.
Mm-mm.
You're making
That's what KC. That's what KC did. I don't have to do it. Nope.
making. Come on, provide the DSL.
No. Oh my gosh. No.
All right. I got nothing, man. This is fun. Good group tonight, man. Joseph, yeah, good to meet you. Here in this platform. Robbie, always love for you. David, back to back, and we got it back to back. Hey, JP, shout out to the Dynasty Trade Calculator. All jokes aside, it's fun to be able to put some values in and see where you stand on a trade. Don't they even say this? Don't take it as your scripture of sorts for fantasy football, but it's certainly useful to figure out where the heck things land. So that's all I've got. J Mike, we have a show next week, maybe, unless the baby's born on May 20. What day is it? The 26th. May 26th is our next show.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, that is. We do have a show that day. And quick programming note: the very first Tuesday in June, we will not have a show. Unless you just plan on doing something extra special, but we're gonna give Gabe at least a week to recover and see how he's feeling with that dad life. But yes, next week, the 26th, we'll be here. It'll be another lit night. It'll be a fun group, and we'll get right back at it and see if you guys are tired of talking rookies and everything else right now, or if we want to keep this going.
We can't get off of these running backs, J Mike. Honestly,
listen. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's where we started when the draft ended, and we kind of have not gone off since. But yeah, I'm also here for it. J Mike's got a couple shows. J Mike's Journal. The Blitz. Dynasty Dummies. Dummy Blitz. Other than that, I might do a podcast for you here and there. Appreciate y'all giving me that opportunity. Got some in the tuck, ready to produce, ready to record. Other than that, man, we'll see y'all next week. Cheers to everyone here in the chat, in our little group here. Whether you got Joseph, by the way, I wanted to talk about the wine, dog. So J Mike, that doesn't happen often. The wine doesn't happen on the open bar, really.
That's what happens when you grow. Gabriel having a baby, you're gonna
have
one.
He's gonna be a sommelier by next month.
I'm coming back with the wine. Now that I got Gabriel going, I'm coming, and I'm a father within the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna come back with the wine. Joseph, is that a good move?
I don't know. Joe's a big craft beer guy, but Joseph drinks wine. So.
Sophisticated.
It's gonna depend.
Strong.
Clyde
Pick you up and everything.
Clyde Edwards Sommelier. All right. Until next week. These are two fingers in live form throwing up the deuces.